Hello guys, today we'll see few more examples on regular expression. So in the last class we have seen some few of the examples. In today's class we'll see few more examples on regular expressions. So next, obtain a regular expression. Today we'll see next example. Obtain a regular expression to accept strings of A's and B's with two or more letters but beginning and ending with the same letter. So what does the question says? First we have to understand the question properly. What does the question says here? The question says that we should write a regular expression which consists of at least two or more letters. But if it is ending with an A, it is starting with an A, then it should end with an A only. If it starts with B, then it should end with a B only. Starting and but beginning and ending with the same letter. Say input alphabet sigma we have, sigma is equal to, we have A and B, right? Sigma is equal to A comma B. Now, so starting, if it is starting with an A, it should end with an A, beginning and ending with the same characters, A. If it is starting with B, it should end with a B. So it is B, B. Two or more letters. So here, two or more letters means, see, this is one letter, this is another letter. So minimum two letters we have got. So in between, it can have any number of A's and B's. How do we write this one? Already I have explained in the last presentation that how do we write for any number of A's and B's? A or B whole star. So starting with an A, ending with an A, it is accepting. Similarly, if it is starting with an B, it should end with an B itself. So we'll write it as, in between it can have any number of A's and B's. So A or B whole star. So, or these two, if it is starting with an A, it goes with an A. If it is starting with B, it ends with a B, or these two. So this is how we are going to write a regular expression for the given example. See here, A plus B whole star, A, or B plus A plus B whole star, B. Starting and ending character should be the same. Starting and ending input alphabet should be the same. We'll go to the next example. Obtain regular expression to accept strings of A's and B's whose length is either even or multiples of 3 or both. So what does the question says here? The length should be even or it should be multiples of 3. See here. For even length, how do we write the regular expression for even length? As we have already seen in the last class, same thing. Even length A plus B, A plus B. Here I have written, here it is written. This gives, this into this, it gives a even length. You can check here. A plus B, it gives a even length. Whole star, including epsilon, it is going to be of even length. So whenever star, as soon as we write a star, it can have only epsilon, it can have A even length, or it can have B, A, B, whatever is there. So this part gives a even length. From here one, first A or AB or BA or BB, whatever is the star is there. This can be repeated any number of times. That is, it can have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 10, 12, 14, 16 like this. It is going to take. Whose length is either even. So this part takes a even. How about the another part, another multiples of 3? That is, it should be 3, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12. It should be multiple of 3. You can check here. See here. A plus B, 1, here 1, whole star. So 1, 2, 3, 0, it can have 0, it can have 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15 like that, multiples of 3. So this whole star, for this or this, as it has been said, this either this or this should occur. So that's why for this whole bracket, the whole plus we are going to put. This part will take care of a even length, whereas this part will take care of a multiples of 3. So or both means this can be repeated any number of times. So we are writing here go to the power of plus. Next, obtain a regular expression to accept strings of A's and B's such that every block of 4 consecutive symbols contain at least 2 A's. So what does the question says here? Every block of 4 consecutive symbols should contain at least 2 A's. Guys, you need to think that if it can have like only A can be there, at least 2 A's it is there, and it can be followed by A or B is A or B. So minimum 2 A's we have got. This can be there or this can be there. This is one option. Next, instead of having, he has not said where the A should be there. It should have 2 A's. It is mentioned that it should have 2 A's. Here I have written at the beginning. In between also there can be 2 A's, right? It's also right. It can start, it can have, but minimum 2 A's he has said. So for this we'll write it as A or B. Then write A. I'm writing for first consecutive. So many options. All the options we need to write and we have to put the or. Next option is same thing. A or B. It can end with an A, right? Next, instead of this, a string initially 1 A, he has not told the in 4 consecutive symbols he has asked for 2 A's, but it can have 1 A in the beginning, 1 A at the end, or 1 A in the between. So we can write like this also: A or B, A or B. Similarly, we'll write 1 A at the end. Okay, 1 A here, 1 A at the end. Like this, all the options, wherever, what all the possibilities are there, all the possibilities has to be written. You can see here. You can see here, starting with A, here 1 A, in between you can have any number of A's and B's, 4 consecutive symbols. Then next, here is 1 A, here is 1 A, starting it can start with A or B, and here it can also have an A and B, here 2 A's we have got. Here 2 A's, followed by A or B, A or B. Here also ending with 2 A's, followed by A or B, A or B. Here in between 2 A's, starting with A or B or ending with an A or B. Here starting with A, ending with A, in between it can have any number A or B. This is how all the options, all the possibilities we need to write. These all possibilities are there to check that every block of 4 consecutive symbols contains at least 2 A's. Next, obtain a regular expression for the language A to the power of n, B to the power of m, such that m plus n is even, A to the power of n, B to the power of m, such that m is greater than or equal to 1, n is greater than or equal to 1, nm is greater than or equal to 3. Then last one, A to the power of 2n, B to the power of 2m, n is greater than or equal to 0, m is greater than or equal to 0. So even length, m plus n is even. See how we are going to get a even length? Odd, even, even into even. We have even into even is equal to even, right? Even length. Then that, like say for example 2, 2, we'll get it as 4. But when it is odd, odd, assume that odd, odd. Odd into odd. What I'll get? Whether I'll get a even length or odd length? Odd, assume that, we'll check. Odd is 3. 3 plus 3. What will get? 3 plus 3. Odd plus odd, you are going to get a even. 3 plus 3 is 6 even. So even into even is even, odd into odd is odd. So odd into odd is even. So as it is an even length, we'll take care of both even length and see here. This is even length. This is even length. Both if you take also, you are going to get a even length. But when it comes here, this is odd length and this is odd length. Odd also will give a even. Even will give an even. So m plus n is even means if you take this one, either it should have a even length or it should have both a and b. See here, a to the power of n is there, b to the power of m is there, m plus n is even. So here this is even length, n is even length, m is also even length. When I take these two, m plus n, I'll get it as an even length. This is odd length and this is also, this is even into 1, it is odd length. Here it is even, this is 1. Odd into odd is going to be an even length. So this is a regular expression how we write for an a to the power of n, b to the power of m such that m plus n is even. Next, Here, a to the power of n, b to the power of m greater than or equal to 1, n greater than or equal to 1, nm such that nm greater than or equal to 3. What does the question says here? The question says that m is greater than or equal to 1, n is greater than or equal to n. But when we multiply, nm should be greater than or equal to 3. So if I take m is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, 1 into 1, I'll get it as a 1. So we are going to have a 3 cases here. That is, first case, when m is equal to 1, then n should be greater than or equal to 3. That is 3 into 1 is, we'll get it as 3. Because the condition says here, what does the condition says? Nm should be greater than or equal to 3. According to that, initially I assume m is equal to 1 and n is greater than or equal to 3. Then I'll get m is equal to 1, n is greater than or equal to 3, and then I'll get it as regular expression. See here. M is 1. What is m? M is b. 1. N is greater than or equal to 3. See here. 3. Okay. Fourth one, we have put it as star because equal to 3 also is possible because nm is equal to 3 it becomes. So A, 3 A's, A star. We'll get it as A star, B. So we'll get it as 3 A's and B. 3 into 1 is 3. Minimum 1 I am getting. So next condition, when m is equal to 2, since nm should be greater than or equal to 2, if n is equal to 1, first condition m is equal to 1. Now this condition, if n is equal to 1, then m should be greater than or equal to 3. How do we write this regular expression? Second regular expression, we'll write here is n is equal to 1 means a is 1. Mn is m greater than or equal to 3. That is number of b's should be greater than or equal to 3. Minimum 3 b's are required. So minimum 3 b's, then b star. It can have any number of b's. So n is 1. M is greater than or equal to 3. First case, m is equal to 1, n is greater than or equal to 3, 3 is A star. Second case, n is equal to 1, m is greater than or equal to 3. So again, 1A followed by 3 A's B star. We are going to have B star. The next condition, since nm is greater than or equal to 3, so if I take m, 3 conditions are there. So if m is greater than or equal to 2, then n is greater than or equal to 2. So both, because 2 into 2, 4 becomes. First, 1 into 3, 3 into 1. Now next case, m is greater than or equal to 2, then n is also greater than or equal to 2. Because mn, 2 into 2, it is going to be 4. So greater than or equal to 2, 2 A's. Then greater than 2, 1 A star. Greater than or equal to 2, B. That is 2 B's. More than 2 B's, B star. So now we'll combine all the 3 conditions. Which are the 3 conditions here? First one, first regular expression, 3A, A star, B. Second regular expression, 1A, 3B, 4B star. Then third one is this one. So combine all these regular expression, we are going to get a final regular expression. As the given condition is nm is greater than or equal to 3, in that case it has been divided into 3 cases which satisfies these conditions. The next, last one, a to the power of 2 to the power of a to the power of 2n, b to the power of 2m, such that n is greater than or equal to 0, m is greater than or equal to 0. You can see here. See here. Question says a to the power of 2n, b to the power of 2m, m is greater than or equal to 0. That is 2 into 2, 2 n's are 2, 2 2's are 4. So it should be multiple of a is also multiples of 2, b is also multiples of 2. As it is multiples of 2, a greater than or equal to 0 is there, it can have 0 also. That's why we'll write it as A star, and this one we'll write it as BB star. BB star. Check here. So A star, third answer, A star, BB star. Then next, obtain regular expression to accept string consisting of A's and B's not containing more than 3 A's. So what does the question says? It should not contain more than 3 A's. 1 A it can contain, 2 A it can contain, 3 A's it can contain, but it should not contain more than 3 A's. But there is no restriction on number of B's. When there is no restriction on number of B's, see, it can have 1 A means how I can write? It can have epsilon. It cannot have, it may have or it may not have 1A I'll take. 1A I have got. Epsilon or 1A. Next 2 A's. Again what I'll write? I'll write it as epsilon or A. 2 A's. So if it is epsilon, 3 A's. Not more than 3 A's it has given. Maximum it can take 3 A's. It can be anywhere because there is no restriction on number of B's. So here if epsilon is there, from all the cases it takes a no a's are there, then from all the cases it will take epsilon. If one a is there, based on the given string, say assume that if the given string is like this, b a b b a, whether it's a valid string, yes, it's a valid string, because there are two a's are there. So to satisfy this one, what we'll write here in the beginning, it can start with b star a, again I'll write it as b star, it will take two base, and a here also I'll write it as a, because there is no restriction on number of b's. The b's can occur anywhere, so but there is only restriction on number of a's. B star. This is how we'll write 1a, 2a, 3a's. There is no restriction on number of b's, so it may appear anywhere. So keeping that in mind, everywhere b star epsilon plus a, b star epsilon plus a, b star epsilon plus a, b star. See, here is 1a, 2a's, 3a's. It can start with b followed by a, any number of b's followed a, any number of b's followed by a, or it can end with a b. Obtain regular expression to accept n a to the power of n, b to the power of m, such that n is greater than or equal to 4, m is less than or equal to 3. What does the question says here? So the minimum number of a's are 4. When it comes to number of b's can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, or it can be 3, less than or equal to 3. CR. It is, remember that if the question is given in this fashion, that is a's followed by b's, there is no restriction. Here the restriction is n is greater than or equal to 4. A to the power of n means the minimum requirement of a's are 4a's. 4a's. Greater than 4, a star. So 4a's, a star. N is greater than or equal to 4. M is less than or equal to 4. It can be epsilon. It can be 1. It can be 2, or it can be 3. See, here it should be b. Here it should be b. Epsilon plus b, epsilon plus b, epsilon plus b. Because here m is less than or equal to 3. It can be epsilon also. In all the places it takes epsilon. If 1b is there, it takes 1b from here, both the places epsilon. If 2 b's are there, it will take this b. If 3 b's are there, it will take this 3b. That is the regular expression for this is, I'll just rewrite here. A, 3a's, a star. Right, students? 4a's, a star, because n is greater than or equal to 4. When it comes to b's, it is less than or equal to 3. It is epsilon plus b. Next, epsilon plus b. Then comes epsilon plus b. Always first you have to check the question properly. Based on that, you should write the regular expression. If you understand the question properly, it becomes easy for you to write the regular expression. Here one more regular expression. Obtain regular expression to accept the string, accept the language L is equal to W. Number of A's in string W mod 3 is equal to 0, where W belongs to mod 3 is equal number of A's. There is a restriction on number of A's. Number of A's in string W mod 3 is equal to 0 means that is A's are multiples of 3. So here it can B can be anywhere. So B star, B star, B star can be anywhere. But there is only restriction on number of A's. So we'll write here 1A, 2A, 3A. As there is no restriction on number of B's, everywhere we have to include a B star such that star indicates 0 or more. It may be there or it may not be there. So that's why we'll take the 3 A's, because there should be minimum 3 A's. 3 A's. Here it can have any number of, here also B can be there, here also any number of B's can be there, here also there can be any number of B's can be there, here also any number of B's. So any number of B's we'll put here star. We are putting here star. So multiples of 3 whole star. Yes. This is how we are going to write obtain regular expression to accept the particular language. So here obtain regular expression for the set of all strings that do not end with 0, 1. See here, when we have an input alphabet, 0, 1, 0 and 1 are the input alphabets. So when we have an input alphabet 0, 1, it can either, this can end with a 0, it can end with an 1, it can end with an 0, 0, because as he has given for the 0, 1, I'll take, it can, when we have an input alphabet says 0, 1, it can end with either 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. The condition is given at the end. So he says that it should not end with an 0, 1. It can start with any number of zeros and ones. It can end with an 1, 0. It can end with a 0, 0, or it can end with an 1, 1. But it should not end with an 0, 1. So this will not write. So it can start with any number of zeros and ones, and it can end with an 1, 0, or 0, 0, or 1, 1. Obtain header expression for the string for the language W strings ends with AB or BA, ending with an AB or BA. Simple way. How do we write this one? A string ending with an AB or BA. So ending with an AB or BA. Starting, it can have any number of A's and B's. A plus B whole star, or A plus B whole star. Either it should end with an AB or BA. This way you can write, or you can take it out and you can write in a simple way. That is A plus B whole star. Here from this AB or BA can be there. Both the ways I have shown there. You can be written in this fashion, or it can be written in this fashion. Guys, who hope that it is clear. If you have any queries, you can reach to me at this